Hello, and welcome to my video blog. It's information designed to help you whether you're buying or selling real estate. So, you're in the market for property. Congratulations, you're participating in the American dream. It doesn't matter if it's your first home or your 51st property. It doesn't matter if you're looking for space for an expanding family or a new income stream, or you need room for an expanding business. You're jumping into one of the hottest real estate markets of all time. But keep in mind, if you're looking at properties and do not have a buyer agent, then you are unrepresented in the transaction. Even if you're going to have an attorney who's going to draft the contract for you, if you're talking to the listing agent, you're unrepresented in the transaction. If you were to say something to the listing agent about the property, like, oh, it's a really nice property, I love it, but I'm going to have my attorney draft the contract for $20,000 less just to see what the seller will do, well, you've given your entire strategy right to the seller. Why would you do that? Why would you not have a buyer agent? A big reason is a lot of people don't know what buyer agents are. They don't understand that the buyer agent has specific obligations to you, the buyer, exclusively. And they don't understand the obligation that the listing agent has to the seller exclusively. Yes, it's true. All agents have mutual obligations to buyers and sellers in the transaction. They must provide their services honestly and fairly with reasonable skill and care. And they're required to inform all of the parties about any adverse material facts concerning the transaction. Things that would be a negative or adverse effect on the value of the property, or perhaps the structural integrity of the property, or pose a health risk, or if one of the parties were unable to complete the terms of the contract. But a buyer agent has more responsibilities to you. They're required by law to be loyal to you and your interests and disclose all material facts, not just adverse material facts concerning the transaction. And they negotiate for you. But what about the cost? If you're trying to save money for a first home, it's hard enough with trying to come up with enough for the down payment. And if you're running a business, the cash flow can be a challenge. So why the additional buyer agent expense? Well, there is no expense to you. The buyer agent fee is paid out of the seller commission. That's right. You get an agent that is duty bound to you to disclose all material facts, negotiate on your behalf, and be loyal to you and your interests without any costs to you. You have a buyer agent when you've signed the necessary state forms, which include in-depth disclosure about all the agent must do, and not until then. If you hire me as your buyer agent, I will not only go through those state-approved forms for you, I will also give out a one-page document which will spell out in detail all I will do in representing you and your interests. If you hire me as a buyer agent, you'll hire someone who has a law degree and has spent over a decade running a state operation for a Fortune 500 title insurance company. Your contract will be skillfully negotiated and worded to make sure your interests are protected. And if there should be an issue about clearing title to the property, I know precisely how to do that. So if you're buying real estate, especially in this market which requires speed and efficiency, make sure you have a buyer agent duty-bound to represent you and your interests. You can give me a call at 414-688-2714, or you can email me, john@jhcsells.com. I'd be happy to discuss with you in greater detail exactly what a buyer agent can do to protect your interests. Thanks for taking the time to watch.